95.1.
It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club.
And finally, 20 years later.
Yeah, here we go.
Pusha-T.
He can't just say I got the album of the year. He can't just say that. He got to say everything that went wrong. Here you go.
Well, Pusha-T is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
My name is my name.
It's been an ongoing joke for Charlamagne that your album was never going to come out.
Of course, of course.
First of all, congratulations.
I appreciate that, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
I
First and
appreciate that.
foremost.
But, what are you going to say now?
There's no but.
All right.
But what? There's no but.
Okay.
Album is dope.
Thank you.
This is one album that I've read all positive reviews about, which normally doesn't happen. Usually people are very torn about it. And they say that you're one of the last real gangster rappers around.
I'll say street rappers. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I like that, actually.
Because it bothered me when everybody was looking forward to Drake's album and they were saying they looking.
Stop
No,
it.
for
Why
real.
they said
it
Because
bothered
they
you?
was like they want a soundtrack for cuffing season. I was like, no, I need a soundtrack for hoodie season.
There we go.
And that's what
there we go.
Push came with.
Well, no, Pusha T has a sexy video out right now. You know?
Yeah, man. Sweet Serenades. So mean.
Was that the label? Did the label tell you to have to put that out?
You'll like it. It's for you.
What, did you join with Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm talking
Still
about
a
the
tough
video.
record.
I'm talking about
He's
the
on the
video.
beach
I'm
at
talking about
night
the
with a bunch of
video.
ladies.
Oh, I didn't see the video. I just heard the song. I was like, that don't sound like no sexy record to me.
Oh nah, man, come on. You know, my lyrics don't change too much.
Yeah.
It's still sour through all them verses.
Is it true that Kanye took you in the studio and said, "Yo, no radio records"?
100%. You weren't allowed to use that type of terminology in the studio. Anybody who came in and you know, we let everybody come in and hear the music as we was making it, and that was for Yeezus and for My Name Is My Name. Totally against radio records, man. We was just gonna do what we wanted to do.
That's a great thing because the album sounds amazing. You don't really hear albums like that anymore. I mean, now as far as sales are concerned, does that bother you at all?
Nah, man, I can't worry about that. I mean, Envy, you know me, like, I ain't sold a lot of records ever. Like,
Right.
For real. Like, and being honest, you know, of course, you know, the Lord Willing album, you know, platinum, and then, you know, the other albums, man, just critically acclaimed for real. So it's, you know, it ain't no big deal to me. My grassroots following, my fans is what keep me alive out here and doing these shows every day.
And never crossed your mind, like, I got to do a radio record?
Nah, man. You know, I when I was making this album, I said, you know what? I went from the years of 1994 to 99. So I picked all my favorite records within that time frame and all my favorite albums, and then just started, you know, making records that made me feel like that. Because I felt like what's missing in music now is like nobody's making car music. Nobody's making music like LL say that you can front to. Everybody's making like smooth, you know, easy listening, smooth jazz type records. And you know what I'm saying? That's not the energy I was going for. So I just figured like, man, you know, if I make the music I want to make, then I'll at least be carving out my own lane, and ain't nobody gonna be in that.
Right.
Do you feel out of place though? Because there is no street rappers. Meek Mill is probably the only street rapper that's
Shout out
active.
to Meek. Nah, I feel like when it comes to lyric driven hip hop and you know what I'm saying, these street lyrics and making these parallels or whatever, it's like, man, I don't think I can be touched at that.
And the
Like,
beats are pretty phenomenal, too. So
man, I got the best produced album, without a doubt, hands down. I mean, lyrically, you already know I feel that way, but that's a matter of preference of what you want to hear. But production-wise, you can't see my album.
So when did you start saying you had the album of the year? After you heard Magna Carta and J. Cole Project and Wale? Like,
No.
And did you start getting more confident as albums started coming out?
Listen. I like those projects, but I knew that I was just picking the ill beats, and I knew people weren't gonna be in this lane. I knew it. So like I've been saying this since the springtime. Everybody been like, man, you just saying this on your rap tip, whatever. And I'm like, man, y'all don't know who I am. Like I don't have the best verse sometimes. I can say that. I can say that I ain't sold the most records sometimes. Like, if I tell you I got the best album, dog, you better believe I got the best album.
was that
You got
offensive to some of your peers who were like,
don't worry about
so you
that.
think your album better than mine? Nobody said nothing to
Kanye's
you?
like, it ain't better than this.
He actually did tell me that.
He lied.
He was like,
That's what I was
I
talking
think-
about in particular.
Well, I actually think my album's better.
He lied.
You just wasn't hot.
Nah,
I was
he
like,
lied.
yo.
He
You just
definitely
wasn't
lied.
hot, of course.
Well, I mean, hey, man, you know, that's how I feel. I mean, what you want me to say? I mean, okay, I've heard y'all say that numerous times.
Now, question. Now, we talked about Lil Wayne before, and you mentioned his mixtape.
Right.
I always wanted to know, where did that beef ever come from? Like, why don't y'all? He don't like you and you don't like him too much.
He
Because
stepped on his baby names back in the day.
stop it. Because I mean,
Nah,
Birdman
man.
was on the records with you, and
Right.
I think he even did a record with y'all back in the day.
Yeah, man. You know.
What happened?
Man, you know what? I think if, and I'm gonna really blame it on social media. Like, I think this was at a time when the whole social media thing and people leaving these comments on the blogs and it was you know, people were saying that he was stepping into the lane a long time ago, and you know, just with the content and so on and so forth. So, and that was in his transformation, you know, from like New Orleans to Southern, you know, to sort of East Coast
Atlanta
style
Atlanta,
swag.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing was, I never said it. You know, I never said it. And that's the people. And then, you know, some people just react to things differently.
And then when you did Mr. Me Too, was Mr. Me Too directed at him? Because that's what everybody assumed.
Nah, man, it really wasn't. What's so funny is, man, I saw Barry Weiss, who was, you know, the head of Def Jam, man, last night, and he was talking about the last line of Mr. Me Too, where I was like, the crackers won't play a fair jive, and man, I was in such disarray. I was really talking about, you know what I'm saying, like the turmoil I was in, and how angry I was with them. It, you know, Mr. Me Too was like, that ain't had nothing to do with like no in particular rapper. I was like, man, this is what we doing. We out here on the streets. Like, yeah, I know you saying you is, but nah, yeah, me too. Yeah, we really out here though. The whole you listen to the verse, you see the video and all of that. It wasn't about him.
Right. Today he just assumed. I mean, every time you put a lyric that's halfway controversial,
I know, man.
He'll send you a shot like F Pusha-T.
F Pusha-T.
He's direct with
No,
it.
he really doesn't like you.
Yeah,
I've never seen him really do all that.
You said you hate his new mixtape. Have y'all ran into each other?
Nah, man, we ain't ran into each other. Man, y'all know that like this is really like rap to me. Like I don't like even if we did, like, I know it's all harmless.
It's not personal. It's about.
Oh man, it ain't personal.
I mean, even when you threw your shot, it was you didn't like his mixtape, but he was F Pusha-T
and his fans.
Why are you trying to rile it up?
That's how it goes. You know, that's how
And
it
his
goes, man.
fans.
But like every time I put out music, man, every time I put out those verses, you know, a lot of my I just try to make sure I make, you know, classic records. Like, that's where, like, Exodus comes from. And things like that. And New God Flow. You know what I'm saying? Those verses are, like, I don't even want it to be ruined by beef records.
Right.
I just want it to be like, yo, it's that joint. And a prime example of that is how Kendrick came out with the competitive control verse. And it's like, you know, man, being that his was coming from such a neutral place and won't ruin by the notion of beef. You know, it went a lot further. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I appreciate that. Like, I really do.
Yeah, but you got guys out here that's taking it very harsh. Like, he actually dissed them. Like, he actually has a beef with them.
Nah, man. Not at all, man. But, you know, you just sort of gotta, you gotta think about who you're dealing with, and you gotta listen. Sometimes you gotta listen, man. And that's what I think I'm bringing the hip-hop, and guys like him, guys like Kendrick are bringing the hip-hop, bringing back the listener. Straight up.
Now, this picture with you and Kelly Rowland.
Oh, stop.
What the hell you doing around my woman, dog?
Dog, that won't, it won't that. You know what type of, oh man, it was tough, man.
You was hitting that? What
No,
happened?
man. No. We did a record together. But listen, let me tell you something.
Okay.
We did a record together, right? Funny thing is, I got stranded in Atlanta that day. Wasn't even supposed to be there.
Just happened to end up at her party.
So because I was stranded, I go to the party. I see her. I'm like, yo, let me go over there. You know what's up? It won't nothing.
This
You was
sounds
behind
she's
her,
just
though. Y'all wasn't side to side.
Yeah, this
Nah,
sounds
I
too
wanna be
coincidental.
behind her.
I wasn't supposed to be there. I got
Listen, man.
stranded.
You had the personality portrait pose.
Nah, man, it won't. Man, listen, don't, please.
But you got calls about that or something?
Listen, don't cause no more problems at home.
Look. He won't get trouble in
What?
Virginia, all right?
So you're saying
Oh, push guy,
But nah, man,
wait.
you know, Kelly just, you know, nice lady, man.
So-
Nice
You got a
lady.
situation at home. is what
Nice
it is.
lady.
he's saying he was not grinding on her.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
She gotta know. I mean, she gotta know your album came out. You deserve to bang another chick.
Oh, stop it.
man.
You deserve it, push.
So the album's in stores right now.
You know